Okay guys, thanks for joining us in this match 1. And yes, we are on the play and we are gonna keep this hand. Little expensive hand here, but we already have a good start here. So, feeling pretty good about this. Feeling pretty good. Okay, feeling pretty good. Move my camera here. Okay. And oh ho ho, look at that. Look at that. You know, if we're not going to draw a land here, we may as well draw one of the best 2-drops in our deck. So, yeah, and it looks like they're going to be playing some creature that won't be able to block this, so oh boy. Now here's the thing. Yep, this is going to be a good blocker for this Fresh Faith recruit too. They won't be able to attack into this, so. Feeling pretty good about this, yep. Because even though this has first strike, this effect goes on the stack before the damage is done, so. Oh, interesting. Looks like we're actually playing against Selenia here, which I like even more. Wow, okay, so this is interesting. We could play a Chamber Sentry here. Actually, let's just attack. Alright. See what happens here. Okay, doing the big damage here, and yeah. Feeling pretty decent about this. This is going well. Now, if they try to pull any shenanigans with their Fresh Face recruit, then we can just bone it with the Chamber Sentry. Now, let me remind myself how this works. Yeah, I guess I had summoning sickness, so that kind of sucks. Oh, I hope they play a Rosemane Centaur here. Play a Rosemane Centaur. That would be great. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Yes, yes, yes. See, they're tapped out now, so with Sure Strike, wow. Okay. This kind of sucks, guys, because I want to play Aurelia. But the thing is, Sure Strike is just so strong in a situation like this. It's just so strong, and I don't really want to lose any of my creatures here. So, if they make the block, I'm going to do the Sure Strike, and if they don't, then I'm going to play Aurelia. I like that plan a lot. Okay. I wonder if I'm going to send with my Chamber Sentry, because it can kill this. That's an interesting question here. But I think I just want to get in as much damage as I can at this stage of the game, so that's what I want to do. Okay. Let's see what they do here. What will they do? Yep. This is fine, guys. This is fine. This is really good. Actually, here's an interesting thing. I could also play the True Fire Captain. That's a thought. That's a thought. That's just as good of a drop, really, as Aurelia. So we're gonna do that. We're just gonna do that. That way, they don't even have a good attack with the Rosemane Centaur. So, because like, if they attack and they use a combat trick here, yeah. Yeah. I just don't see how this ends badly for me, to be honest. I just don't see how this ends badly. They go down to 4. And now, if any of my creatures get through next turn on the attack, then I just Sure Strike and they're dead. So yeah. Basically, they're just dead here. They are just dead. Okay, well, Yep. Okay. See if they have anything. And now we win. Alright. Looking pretty decent to me. That was a pretty clean sweep there. So, yeah. So, let's see. We're playing against like a Selenia deck. What do we want here? Do any of these cards make our deck better against them? Not really. I don't see any of these sideboard cards that are looking particularly good against them. Now let's see if any of these cards are actively bad against them is the thing. But I'm actually kind of liking our position here. I'm liking our position a lot. One thing is, well, I was gonna say that maybe we could trade in a Locksmith for a Ladev Guardian just to try to get ahead on the damage race. But this is actually a pretty good blocker against all those stupid tutus and stuff. And pretty good double blocker as well against the Rosemane Centaur. So I actually think we're just gonna run this one back here. We're just gonna run this one back. Yep. I think that's gonna be fine. Feeling pretty good about this. I mean, you know, well, always it's up to what Lord Luxury has for us, but I think that this deck is seems like it's coming together pretty well. Yeah, this hand is totally fine. This is totally fine. It's like one more planes than I really wanted, but we can hang. Oh, this is good. This is really good. Feeling good about this too. Wow. Okay, especially with no turn 2 play, we are doing really well here. Like, I feel like they're already behind here. Now, like, this is the good news. If they play Sworn Companions this turn, then I can kill one with the direct current. Oh, well, that kind of sucks. That kind of sucks. Let's see here. Well, actually, I can trade with that. That's fine. I don't mind trading with that at all. Yep, actually, that's good. So, if they want to block, that's just fine. Now, here's the question. Probably just to be mana efficient, I want to play the Sworn Companions. But having another Ornery Goblin on the table seems better for next turn, because it's going to make blocking really hard for them next turn. So, there's an interesting question here. There's an interesting question. I'm actually kind of tempted to play the Goblin here, even though it's not as mana efficient. However, on the other hand, it's more people to power out the Conclave Tribunal, so that's kind of cool. So we're just going to go and do that, I guess. Yep. See if this works out here. See if this plan ends up working out. Here's the good thing. Here's the good thing, guys. If I attack with the soldiers and they block one of them, then I can direct current and kill it, and I don't mind trading half a card for that at all. You know what I mean? Don't mind trading half a card. Yep. That is just fine. So, that's what we're gonna do. Here, we're just gonna swing all. And, you know, our opponent's just gonna tank for a million years here. Okay. Alright, now let's see if this works. See if this works. If they have like a combat trick here or something, that's fine. Oh, well, that was really good for us, guys. That was really good because here's the thing. The last thing we want is to have like a Rosemane Centaur flying in and clocking us, you know? That's the last thing we want, so. This is also good because, let's see what they get, but this cannot block either of these two creatures profitably, so, you know, Parhelion Patrol, I don't give a shit about Parhelion Patrol, so, okay, so we're doing good, guys. We're feeling pretty good about this, yeah, so, okay, send in the clowns. Wow. Their deck really gets hosed by Ornery Goblin. They're really struggling here. Okay, now just play 2 more 2-drops. No big deal. And I like where we are here. I like where we are a lot. In fact, I might even, here's the thing, I might even Conclave Tribunal and just get rid of that Parhelion Patrol here. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do because it just puts them in such an awkward position. It's just such an awkward position, so. Now, okay, so. Oh, too bad with the Pack Beast. That would have been cool if we could have just played that instead. So here's a question. They're probably going to block the Chamber Sentry with the Samala Woodshaper. So I could tap that down and kill it. But then I would have to spend more of my mana to get rid of the Parhelion Patrol with the Conclave Tribunal. So this is kind of an interesting call here. Because looks like we're probably going to end up losing one of our creatures either way. I don't really know if the Chamber Sentry is going to have much better uses though than trading for the Samala Woodshaper. I guess it's kind of aggressive. We could just hold off. Okay, we could just hold off and maybe use it on that next turn. So that's kind of interesting. That's kind of interesting. We have a lot of options here, basically. We have a lot of options. Another thing we could do is kill this with this, since it's not doing damage anyway. And then just tap this down with the soldier and get rid of it, and then just hit for 4 with the goblin. That actually seems pretty good. Let's do that. Okay. Boom. Okay, now yep. How do you like Tribunal, huh? Alright. Okay. Yep. Well, nothing we can do about that. So. You know, yep, that turned out about as well as could be expected here. So if they play like a Rosemane Centaur, that's just no problem at all. Okay, yep. That is no problem at all. Because we can actually just sure strike that if they block. We can just sure strike it. That's no problem at all. Now, the interesting thing is, yeah, I think I want to leave this back so that after we do the sure strike, we can cast the Ledev Guardian, convoke it out. Wait, hold on. No, this costs 4, so we can't really do that if we use sure strike, because we would need to leave 2 creatures back. I don't really want to leave 2 creatures back. I don't really want to do that. I want to get in the damage here's the thing though. Another thing we could do is we could Conclave Tribunal this, and then just smash for 4, and that way we get them down to 6, and that's a pretty tough spot for them to be in. Like, that's a pretty tough spot, so yeah. And then we could use Short Strike next turn, or we could use Intrusive Pack Beast, and then they're just like in a whirl of hurt. So I actually kind of like that a lot, so let's do that. We just want to keep the damage flowing here. Fall to 6. Now this can do X damage to any target. Okay, so guys, here's the thing. Next turn, oh, what's happening here? Is this another Rosemane here? Oh, ha, ha 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 ha. That's fine. That's fine. That's basically just a Rosemane Centaur as well. That is a Rosemane. Oh, oh ho ho. Okay. Now this is an interesting question, guys. Okay, so this is an interesting question because, let's see about this. They're at 6. Okay, so if they block, the problem is we can't do lethal this turn anyway. We can't do lethal. Okay, what we can do is we can play the Pack Beast and tap down the Loxodon and do them 4 and get them down to 2. That's a pretty precipitous place to be. Okay. Another option is we can play Short Strike and then follow it up with a Ladev Guardian by not attacking with one of these creatures. I don't like that plan as much. So now here's the thing though, that if we do that, then we can play Intrusive Pack Beast next turn, like if they play 2 creatures. Although if they wanted to play 2 creatures, they probably would have done that before they played the Loxodon. Maybe. Who knows? I think it's actually better to play the Pack Beast here, because next turn they're just dead to any of my creatures getting through plus Short Strike, so I like that plan. Yep, this seems pretty decent. I mean, getting them down to 2. Oh, well, there you go. There you go. Okay, well, that was a pretty easy steamroll through match 1 there. I mean, our opponents just didn't really have a chance in either game, so feeling pretty good about this. Okay, guys, well, let's keep it short here, keep it moving along, and yeah, join us for match 2 coming right after this. Okay.